Conflict. That's our big topic today. In the past, Aussies have always seen themselves as an easygoing, she'll-be-right kind of nation. But arguing is just a fact of life anywhere you live. Statistically, the number one thing Australian couples argue about is money, how it's saved and spent. And according to Relationships Australia, once we have kids, arguments about parenting styles and who does the housework run a close second and third. Generation Y couples lead the bickering, with Gen X in second place. And baby boomers, the most chilled of our generations. So we sent Brodie Young out for a little conflict resolution.
Do you argue with your partner?
Yes.
Yes. What about?
Everything.
Housework.
Housework?
Yeah.
Kids, family, responsibilities, mortgages.
Or you don't argue?
I
You've
never
got a
had
good,
an
happy
argument.
relationship?
I swear
You've never had an argument?
Yeah.
It's me more shouting at my partner than him arguing back.
I swear.
Yes, you have.
No.
Yes, you have. We're having one right now.
The hair removal from...
Oh, yeah. Guys aren't great at that. No. No.
What I've always learned is my money is our money and her money is her money.
Okay. Right, and how do you resolve that argument?
I do the housework.
And problem resolution, how do you go about
Oh,
fixing...
we're good at that.
Yep.
Yeah.
We do really good repair.
Yep. Building bridges,
Yeah.
say sorry, give each other a hug, I love you.
Yep.
Oh, we should all hug now, shouldn't we, Colin? Let's bring
Bit of that.
Oh, beautiful.
Well, that's an interesting cross-section of views on the street about arguments in a relationship. Most people, of course, see the lighter side there, but in reality, few of us find disagreements with our loved ones funny.
And that's probably because most of us see arguments as a sign of problems in a relationship.
Yep.
But what if we said arguments actually indicated a very healthy relationship? It's an intriguing concept and one we thought worth exploring because it's our big topic today, the healthy arguing. Let's hope we can keep it civil. Joining us, of course, we have Dr. Ali Walker. Ali, tell me, I think arguing is a sign of a healthy relationship because if I didn't care, I wouldn't argue. I'd just go, whatever, I'm walking away. It keeps passion for me in my relationship. Can we see that there is a healthy side to arguing?
Yeah, definitely. I think every relationship turns on the quality of the argument. So, of course, there will be disagreements that arise in a relationship. And there's this guy in the US, a researcher, his name's John Gottman, and he has the Love Lab at the University of Washington, and he can predict with 90% accuracy couples who'll be together in 10 years' time.
Really?
Just based on the way that they talk to each other.
Goodness me.
And he talks about the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, which is quite dramatic. But in an argument, the 4 horsemen are criticism, defensiveness, stonewalling, and then contempt. So they're the 4 things you need to avoid in an argument.
Yeah, they sound terrible. Well, I don't want any of that.
You could be onto something, Clinton. Clinton Power joins us as well, marriage counsellor and relationship expert as well. I'm kind of a sensitive Cancerian. I don't like any of this sort of conflict. Is it something that we actually do need in a relationship?
It is, Ed, because all couples experience conflict at one time or another. It's not a bad thing. But as one of your viewers said on the street there, it's all about how you fight.
Yep.
You know, it's about repairing quickly, getting back on track, and the strongest couples can do that quickly. The couples that struggle are the ones that have conflict and, a disruption that goes on for hours or days or months. That's when it's really destructive to relationships.
What about when it's the same thing every time?
Great question.
Why does it happen with you and your partner that you feel like you've sorted it through, but then a year later it comes up again, or maybe a week later?
Well, I think it's nature's way of saying the issue isn't resolved and you need to try a different approach.
Oh.
So it's likely you're fighting the same way over and over again.
We kind of need to be taught how to argue properly. It's not
Yes.
probably something you do with your clients. Is it really important to resolve an argument? What are some of the toxic effects of leaving stuff unresolved?
Yeah, so I actually created a script of some possible arguments so we can have healthy anger responses and toxic anger responses.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it.
So
Do you wanna
there's
be
a
the-
little...
we be the married
role
couple?
play.
All right.
Doing a
So
safe
if
space,
you see it-
Joe.
Will I be the wife?
Go on,
Okay,
then.
I think that works.
Remember, deep down, you really do love me.
I really do.
Okay, so we'll go through
Okay,
some
so
of
this
the...
goes back to the having the same argument
Okay.
over and over.
Yeah.
So this scenario is the husband or boyfriend said he'd be home for dinner with the kids, with the family, and he was late again.
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 I shouldn't say it that way, should I?
So let's do the toxic anger response first.
All right.
Okay, so the toxic anger response might be...
Well, the silent treatment doesn't work so well for TB. Do you know you're a crap husband and father?
bottom lip's going.
That's hurtful. You are pathetic. I can't believe you weren't here again. I feel awful saying this. Do people really say these things?
No, give me more. Give me more.
Well, here's the problem, because you're blaming, you're criticising, you're attacking. They're very destructive communication styles.
Although when I'm angry, because I've been let down again, I'm not necessarily going to be calm enough to know not to criticise, am I?
No, but that's when a timeout by being really helpful, like take a break, a few deep breaths, go for a walk and come back and address it in a calmer state.
All right.
Remember the love for me. Now let's do it in a nicer...
So a healthy anger response.
Okay. Why are you late? I'm really angry that you let me down. That doesn't feel satisfying to me. Can I yell? I really want to rage at him. We were all excited for you to be here for dinner. That works for me because you're explaining why I'm let down.
Yeah.
You said you were going to come home for dinner and you didn't come.
Still feel miserable about it, but okay.
Yeah, well, that's maybe your issue because you didn't come home.
And another healthier option, perhaps?
I felt like you didn't want to spend time with us.
Honey, no, it's just late. It's traffic. So that's not as attacking, is it? And we've got a chance to work towards some sort of resolve if that sort of language is used.
It's a much better approach because you're owning your feelings, you're not blaming and attacking as much. There's one thing I would add to that, is to tell your partner what can they do right then and there to help you feel better.
But what if I'm so angry I don't want to speak with him?
Well, you might need a timeout, but come back, because that adds the practical component to it. What can your partner do to help you feel better?
It is a big topic. Just got a nice text from your husband, Darren. He said, thanks, mate. Thanks so much. So there we go. We're working. We're resolving, everybody.
We're okay, honey.
It's the big topic. Thanks, you guys. Clinton and Ali, appreciate that.